lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Like I said, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Alyse and I am the mama of the Sykes fam. I don't normally do a ton of beauty videos, but I have a piece in my collection that's new, that was gifted to me, that I'm too excited for. I've used it several times. Spoiler alert, I love it, and I thought that I would share with you guys my newest kind of get ready with me makeup routine and include a review for the new Pure Grinch palette. So it's Pure collaborating with Dr. Seuss and specifically the Grinch, and it says at the bottom, good enough to steal. And I totally agree with that. So it tells you at the bottom, it's a 12-piece collector's face palette and color-changing lip balm set. You guys have probably seen the color-changing lip balm since, I think it came out last year. The color that's in here is a green and then it changes to pink, and I love the pink color. So we're gonna get into this today. I'm gonna go over what I use to make kind of my glam YouTube look, and I'll talk to you about everything that I love and maybe a few things that I don't love so much in today's video. Before you guys leave my channel, I'd love to have you give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see and hear more about the Grinch palette. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit the subscribe button down below before you guys leave. I'd love to have you as a regular subscriber. Let's get into the video. So if you guys have been following along for a while, either here or on Instagram, you guys will know that I love the Grinch. I've loved the Grinch for so many years. My favorite Grinch movie is definitely the one with Jim Carrey. He is over the top amazing in that movie. I already am a Jim Carrey fan. I just think he's so funny. Donald, my husband, and I went to see the latest Grinch that came out, the animated version. I think at the beginning of November, was it? And it's good, but I won't say that it's as good as the Jim Carrey version. It's definitely worth seeing. Of course, I'm gonna buy it when it comes out, and I'm gonna have my daughter watch it when we do buy it. I'm so excited for that. But at the very top of my list is still the Jim Carrey edition. It's definitely one of my favorite holiday movies. I have it on repeat pretty much all the time. So when my mom was at Ulta and saw that they were carrying the collabo between Pure and Dr. Seuss the Grinch, she knew like this would make my day, and it definitely did. I was gonna do like a full get ready with you guys, doing my hair and my makeup and kind of having a chit chat with you about the review and other things, but unfortunately my main tool, my hot tool, specifically my ceramic iron, totally circuited out today of all days, and so I ended up having to use my flat iron, which, if I'm being totally honest, I rarely pull out. And as you guys can see, I mean, it's an okay look, but it's not necessarily my favorite look. And I've gotten a couple DMs recently about how I was styling my hair, what I was using the last couple times that I've done my hair for videos or for pictures on my Instagram, and so I wanted to share all of that with you guys. But unfortunately, I can't now until I get a new one of these. So today is just gonna be me doing my makeup and doing a small review of the Grinch times Pure palette. Before I start out, I will say the only thing I have on my face is the only thing. I have 3 different things on my face as like a base. The first product that I use is I bought this new, and it is amazing, is this Dream Capture, or this Dream Skin Total Capture by Dior. And let's see, they're all so similar, so I'll read you exactly what it says. It's the Capture Total Dream Skin Advanced, and it's in this like pink bottle. I picked it up at Sephora. My husband actually got me a sample of it in my latest Sephora order, and I am obsessed with it. It is so good. It is a pretty penny, but I ended up splurging because my husband and I have been talking about kind of when we're going to be planning for baby number 2 next. And when I am pregnant, I completely go off like a lot of non-natural skincare products. I feel like I looked so much older after my first pregnancy. So this time I'm trying to like beef up my anti-aging products before this next baby. So I did that as a base, and I've had that sitting on my face for a couple hours because I did it first thing this morning after I washed my face. And then the next 2 things that I pretty consistently have on when I do my makeup, and I've talked to you guys about them before, are the first one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay, the BB Tinted Moisturizer. It looks like this. I use the color medium, and that might actually seem kind of dark. Like if you guys are looking at me, I look pretty pale, but it's it's like the lowest shade with a pink undertone, and all of like the yellow and is it green, all of those other undertones look so terrible on me. So what I do is I get the medium and then I mix it with my everyday moisturizer. And that, for my moisturizer, I use, let's see, focus. There we go. The No. 7 brand. So I picked this up at Target, and it's the Early Defense Day Cream, and I do like that it has sunscreen. So if I am getting out of the house, I've got that covered too. The next thing I'm going to use is my Tarte Shapetape Concealer, and that's the main concealer that I use. I love, I've talked to you guys about it so many times before. I use the shade Light. So I just use a beauty blender to blend that out. And I actually switched recently to the original beauty blender, and I'm gonna have to tell you guys, it's not my favorite. I don't necessarily think that it's like amazing in comparison to other ones that I've used, like knockoff ones that I've used from TJ Maxx. I don't think it's like that different. And also I'm just now noticing like it's starting to break apart at the bottom. So, and I've had it for maybe like 2 months. I don't know that that's normal, is it? If you guys have a like any type of blender that's your favorite, definitely leave me a comment down below with what's your favorite way to kind of like blend your concealer out. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set some of the concealer, especially under my under eyes. Sometimes I even do like double concealer under my eyes. I might do that today. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I choose to use like a lighter color for the concealer because I want my under eyes to be like brightened, because let's be honest, mom life is no joke. So, okay, so then to set that, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier, let's see, it looks like this, translucent setting powder. And if you guys are in the market for this, I would definitely go with the sample size, because I purchased the big size and I've literally barely used any of it, and I use it all the time. So if you guys want a way to like save some money on this product specifically, I don't think even like the normal average person, I don't think that they need this giant container. I think you guys could get away with the travel size. Okay, so I don't use that to bake. I just use it to kind of set some of the areas that I know might be prone to creasing. So that's all I use that for. And then next I use my Holy Grail Laura Mercier, what is this called? Smooth Finish Foundation Powder. I get it in No. 3 because again, it has a pink undertone. Just looks like that. So then I use this all over my face to just kind of set everywhere, and to maybe even out the way that my base is looking. For this, I do use a MAC 134, I think that is, brush. I've had this forever, and it's starting to like come apart. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of these pretty soon. Okay, now that I have the base on, I'm gonna get into the wonderful Grinch palette. So when you open it up, it looks like this. It has a pretty little mirror. You guys can see yourself there. And it has like a little character scene of Whoville. And it says the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. So then they have it where you pull out the palette and it's in the shape of a heart. Isn't that cute? The Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day. Okay, so here's what it looks like a little bit up close. I apologize if the lighting is like creating a glare. So you have a highlighter, a blush, 2 shimmer shades, and then you have, let's see, one, well technically this is like a glitter shade, but then you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much all of the rest of the eyeshadow shades on this side have some sort of shimmer to it, whether it's like a thicker glittery shimmer, kind of like that one. This is the actual like glitter. But the others, the 2 here are just plain matte. So you only get 2 matte shades. And then this is the color changing lip. So it's in the Pretty Gold packaging and it's green, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once I put it on. I put my lip on at the very end. So usually the first thing I do is blush, and again I'm using like a brush from so many years ago. And I just tap in there and I'm using the brush. And I just want to show you guys something I've noticed about everything that's in the palette is it's so pigmented. It's so pigmented. Like honestly, I'm barely using any blush. And you can see it so well, like so well. So the camera, it's kind of harder to pick up some of the makeup that I use. So I usually use more when I'm filming than when I'm not, because the way that it looks in person is different than the way that it shows up on camera. Okay, so the next thing that I've been doing for the makeup looks that you guys have seen most recently on social media is I've been going in with Sly One, which is this like burgundy matte color here, and I've just been using it in my crease. Again, this is super pigmented, so I have barely any on the tip of my brush. So I would definitely say start out with a smaller amount and then build up. The first time that I used this, I went in with like the normal amount of eyeshadow that I usually have to use. And I went in and I was like, I have to take a lot of it off. So definitely start out small and build your way up. I'm actually not very familiar with the brand Pure. I don't have any other products by them, but I'm interested to know if this is how all of their products are, or if this is just kind of how the special edition product came out. So if you guys know, leave me a comment about that below as well. Okay, so the next thing I've been doing is I've been going in with the other matte shade, which is Cave right there, which is kind of like a light brown color. And I've just been covering my eyelid with this to kind of just start the blending process. Again, even on this lighter shade, just a little bit goes a long way. It's still very pigmented. Okay, the next thing I usually do is I go in with matte, which, wait, it's called Max. Is this gold? Like, okay, so I go in with Max and I just put this kind of like as a like blending tool right above the Sly One. I forgot to tell you that red color Sly One. I put it right above that to kind of blend into my eyebrow area. And it just kind of softens up that top line of the darker burgundy color. So then I go in with Boring, this color right here. It's like a shimmery brown. And I do kind of a soft, smudgy look under my eye. I've never been somebody who lined their eyes with black or dark eyeliner, just because I feel like when I do, it really closes my eye off and makes it look smaller. But if I'm still trying to do kind of like a smoky, sultry eye look, I notice that if I do kind of like half lining of my under eye with a powder to kind of create like a smudgy look, that it gives me the same effect without like negatively closing my eye off and making it look really harsh. Then lastly, what I do for my eyelid is I will add the Naughty color of glitter, which is like this red, really pretty burgundy, like deepy red color. And I just use my ring finger and I just kind of smudge a little bit in there, and that's how much it picks up. And then I put that on my eyelid to kind of give a little bit of a glittery effect. So I really like these glitter shadows because They're really easy to use. I don't notice that they fall off throughout the day. I actually notice that they stay on really well. I have one of those magic eraser remover wipes that's reusable, and it's not able to get the glitter off. I end up having to use like one of the disposable wipes to really get the glitter off, which it's not difficult, but I just notice that it stays there, which is really nice because a lot of glitter products fall off and you notice like by the end of the night they're not even there. And then I also love that it's kind of like a subtle glitter. It blends out really well. It's not patchy. And so it's just kind of like a nice addition to your makeup rather than like an overhaul, wow, she's glittery for some reason type of look. So usually I just use the Naughty color, but I ended up using just a smidge of the Grinch, and blending it just ever so lightly is really pretty. So don't be afraid of the green. Lastly, I finish with mascara, finish with my eyes anyways. And I use, again, one of my holy grail products is Dior Show Mascara by Dior, obviously. Let's see, do I have that upside down? And I always just get like the blackest black, but I think they only have one color of the Dior Show. Then for my eyebrows, all I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear eyebrow gel that looks like this. Because I'm hairy, so I don't have to worry about drawing my eyebrows on. Okay, now I do highlight, which is called Feeling Frosty. And I think I forgot to tell you guys the blush is called Heart of Who, which is cute. And I really like this highlighter. It's just enough highlight. I'm not somebody who uses like a ton of highlight. Out of the entire palette, I would say this one doesn't come off as easy as the rest of them. Like I've been saying, they're all super pigmented. You have to use like barely any. This one, like I've been rubbing my brush around in there for a little bit, and it's picking up like just ever so small amount of product. It also like comes off a little bit chunkier, so it makes me think maybe there's like some like larger pieces of glitter in here. But either way, it's still not a ton of product that you have to use, and I think it looks really nice. Okay, and then the last thing from the palette that I use is the lipstick. So again, it's this really odd green color, but when you put it on, really pretty shade of pink. I think it's the warmth. I don't know the chemistry behind it. I haven't looked it up. I'm sure you can figure that out if you Google it. But I think it's the warmth of your lips that's making it change color, or at least that's part of it. I do notice you can build on it. So if you want like a darker or like a larger color of lip, you can definitely just keep using it and it will build up over time. So that is going to be it for today's video, you guys. I am giving the Grinch x Pure Palette Collabo a 10 out of 10. I'm obsessed with it. I love the Grinch. I love the products. I'm really interested to see if all of Pure's products are this good, because if they are, then it's definitely a brand I want to buy from in the future. If you guys haven't checked out the Grinch line, you definitely should head to your Ulta.com or Ulta, and they have them in stores at select locations. They have several other different products, including I think like a eyeliner, a mask, lots of different things that are still a part of the Grinch collab. So definitely head there and get your Grinch on. If you guys haven't hit subscribe, don't forget to subscribe before you leave my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked today's look and are excited about going to get the Grinch palette yourself. Leave me any comments down below that you have, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.